For further analysis, we're joined from Cairo by Al-Ahram Managing Editor Mohammed Izzeddin. Good evening, sir, and welcome to Q News. And let me here start about asking you about the perspectives or your perspectives towards the role Egypt has played so far in achieving peace in Gaza.
Thank you for hosting me in Q News. Of course, what happened in the last few days and what in the past months, and even what Egypt has done is a historical stance to Egypt and its leadership in this negotiations. Negotiations were centered in Sharm el-Sheikh on Egyptian lands on Sinai, and was launched formally with Egyptian willingness and U.S. willingness to end the tension that embarrassing the U.S. And the sound. Egypt's president upholds the importance of U.S. participation and in this in the signing of the agreement, and invited him to witness it. And with also the participation of partners to end the war and the great effort Egypt is exerting hourly, in addition to constant support till today. Israel were not allowing on Saturdays and Fridays and Saturdays the entrance of aid delivery, but today they delivered the aid through Karma Abu Salem crossing. So there is a great consensus on reaching a ceasefire, and with the coincidence of the 2 years of the anniversary of after 2 years of war. So therefore, Egyptians' role, insistence, patience, and also pressure strongly and upholding the Palestinians' right enabled what we are seeing on ground, and the happiness we see on ground in Gaza. Gazans managed for the first time since 2 years to go back through Rashid Street.
Yes. Let me here ask you, Mr. Mohammed Izzeddin, if I may ask you here, Trump's decision to visit Egypt to attend the signing of the ceasefire agreement in Gaza upon an invitation of President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi. What do you have on that, and what do you think of this decision?
Of course, this is a right decision, and it gives the victory and the credit to the U.S. and the Middle East, through especially to internationally an Arab community and people who want peace. Egypt invested with patience the U.S. involvement to have a role in ending this tension. The picture was incomplete to the U.S. previously, but Egypt's insistence in hosting foreign and leaders and officials and President Macron a visit to Egypt and seeing Palestinian injured, and Egyptian efforts with launching international campaign by free international community keen on peace. That all of this changed the way that the U.S. had even if it's still supporting Israel, the international community and the US administration cannot tolerate all these consequences of resuming the war on Gaza, on Palestine. So this Trump's decision, his willingness to visit Egypt, especially there was previous opportunities, but Egypt upholds seized the opportunity to have a visit with peace and didn't put its interest on any level, in any phase. Therefore, this meeting these days and the next hours, if it happened, it will be right, it will be correct, and there is U.S. Willingness announced by U.S. envoy and Kushner when they visited Egypt and meeting the president, Egypt's presidents. They praised the great role Egypt played with other mediators as a return to the right path to the region and to the U.S. and to more political trade, economic relation with the U.S. and Egypt in the upcoming period.
Right. We've been following celebrations in the Gaza Strip, live broadcasts from their videos and photos, all showing celebrations in Gaza. All this as aid enters the Gaza Strip, and we've been seeing the Egyptian flags and photos for the Egyptian president. Now, from your point of view, what does this reflect about how the Gaza people or the Gazans feel towards the developments?
Yes, this is a thing we are proud of as Egyptian. I'm proud, I'm happy for Palestinian people. It's sincere, out of heartfelt happiness in Gaza Strip and all Palestinian lands. Their love and support to Egypt and to President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, who didn't surrender, who didn't alter his stance and didn't put any sole interest of Egypt ahead of Palestinians. So this ends a suffering for a long time, suffering of destruction of more than $70 billion, destruction, demolishing of facilities, spreading disease, and also most importantly is the Arab bloodshed of martyrs. So the happiness is great since Wednesday, after Egypt announced for the first time photos of delegations in one place.
Yes.
And the preliminary agreement to cease fire, exchanging detainees and hostages.
And we'll be looking forward for the signing ceremony, plus, of course, the next phases. That was Mr. Mohammed Izzeddin from Cairo, Al-Ahram managing editor. We thank you so much for joining us here on Qnews. And I guess that brings us to the end of our special coverage for the hour. Don't forget to follow Qnews on YouTube, Facebook, X, Instagram, and TikTok at Qnews EGY to stay informed. Many thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more updates on Qnews.